getting fitted, but I rock it like a baby in a car. I put the water in the ocean in the city.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. We are doing my very first ever mic'd up workout. Today we're gonna hit lower body. My legs are a little bit sore from my lower body that I did previously, but we keep it pushing, okay? So let's get started off with the warm up. You guys, I am so upset and I'm so sorry, but that mic wasn't even connected to my camera for this entire duration of the workout. I was so upset when I went to edit this video and find out that the audio didn't even transfer over. So I'm going to try and figure out how to fix that because I was having a good old time hanging out with you guys, okay? I was chatting up a storm and I was so upset when I saw that mic wasn't even connected. But I do want to mention I had my second baby about a year ago and I have, what do you call it? Like a pelvic girdle pain anytime I do single leg exercises. So this is a lower body focused workout, but due to my injury, I'm going to only be doing bilateral exercises. I always highly recommend you incorporate unilateral exercises into your lower body workout, but I'm sharing the lower body workout that I am doing at this point in my fitness journey and this season of my life. It just causes me a lot of pelvic floor pain when I do unilateral leg exercises and also when I create too much abdominal pressure. So I'm keeping those things in mind while doing this workout. This is where I'm at in this season of my life. So if you guys try this workout out, just keep that in mind. This is going to be only a bilateral exercise, lower body workout. But as always, we start off with the warm up, mobility, and just prepping our body before we go into those working sets. Okay, I apologize if you hear some background noises or even my kids chatting or yelling or something. I've been trying to record this voiceover for the past 2 weeks and I just keep waiting for the perfect moment, but you know what? This video will never get posted if I keep waiting for the perfect moment. So we're just gonna have to work with what we got, okay? So after I loaded on the weight to that barbell, I hit about 4 sets of these back squats. You can tell I'm going nice, slow and controlled, really trying to focus on that mind-muscle connection, really trying to focus on proper form and technique, and really just feel the exercise working where it's supposed to work, okay? I'm telling you guys, I gotta get this mic to start working because I was vibing out with you guys during this workout. Little did I know that mic wasn't even recording me. So I was showing you guys my music, I was dancing, I was having a good old time, okay? But it had me hyped up. I added a little bit of weight and I hit another 2 sets at this weight and it felt so good to challenge myself with some weight and really feel like I'm pushing myself. I did about, I want to say 6 to 8 reps of squats at this weight. But yeah, it felt great to push myself. Like I said, I just had my second baby. So I'm trying to keep in mind proper form and really just not push myself to the point of injury. That exercise is feeling pretty good. And because I told you guys at the beginning of this workout that I'm only doing double-legged exercises, I feel like I'm a little limited with the amount of exercises I can do. So I'm gonna do an extra set of these just to increase intensity and volume of my workout. Usually I incorporate things like lunges, single-legged deadlifts, things like that. But because I'm only really doing squats, deadlifts, I'm gonna do some leg press, leg extension, I'm kind of in need of more volume for my workout. So I'm actually gonna do 5 sets of these because I've already done 3, including that first set with only the 25s. So I have 2 more sets at this weight. I might add a 5, but yeah, I'll probably add a 5. Let's do it. I thought I was gonna say something else. Yeah, anyways. I'm just gonna keep showing you guys what I'm listening to during my workout. I honestly listen to a lot of like Caribbean music and like dance hall and like Jamaican artists, especially Massacre and Skang during my workouts. I don't know what they're saying, but their music slaps, okay? The beat be hitting. Last set, I'm actually going down in weight because I'm already feeling my pelvic floor not feel so great. So gonna lower the weight because I feel like I'm creating too much abdominal pressure, putting too much pressure on my pelvic floor. So I'm gonna lower the weight. Probably add a couple reps, anything that feels good, and I'm gonna stop when it doesn't feel good. But yeah, see, I told you guys my workouts are honestly just vibes, but in this season of my life, I'm just trying to show up consistently to the gym, show up and yeah, stay consistent. Of course, I would love a big old wagon, but that's just not where I'm at in my life right now. So I'm trying to show up, stay consistent, stay healthy, maintain as much muscle as I can. Yeah, so I'm gonna lower the weight, humble myself, and complete this last set. How many sets of squats do you guys need to see? You know, it's the same thing over and over again.
All right, next up, we are going to be moving into RDLs and supersetting that with goblet squats with elevated heels. So we're going to be targeting our hamstrings, our glutes, and our quads with this superset. So I'm going to show a quick demo of the key things I keep in mind while doing RDLs, because I often get a lot of questions about how to avoid like pain in your low back while doing RDLs, or just people feel really intimidated by the exercise of RDLs, which is totally understandable. I feel like there are a lot of form cues that you have to keep track of while performing this exercise. So first things I think of are feet are planted about shoulder width apart, maybe a little slightly wider. I shift my weight back into my heels. I think of retracting my shoulder blades, taking a big breath in, and as I exhale, I pull my belly button in towards my spine, and that is how I engage my core. So we want to engage our deep core muscles and not just our abs. You want to really engage your transverse abdominis and prep your core for this exercise to avoid any back pain, any spinal injuries. All right, so we lift that weight up, we retract our shoulders, engage our lats, engage our deep core muscles, feet are planted shoulder width apart. We're going to slowly lower that weight down, pushing our hips back, slight weight at the knees, and then we're going to push through the heels and bring that weight back up as we squeeze the glutes and as we exhale. Okay, so I know that's a lot. You're going to think about shoulders back, core engaged, push your hips back, and then lift that weight up, squeeze the glutes, and yeah. I know that was a lot, but practice. Obviously start out with lower weight and then just really try and perfect that form before you start pushing yourself with the weight. All right, next up, moving into those goblet squats, you can see I have a plate underneath my heels. So this adding in the plate underneath your heels makes this exercise more quad focused. It decreases the stretch of the hamstrings, and it also just pushes the weight onto your toes, which kind of shifts your body weight to put more emphasis on your quads. So I'm going pretty low here. You don't have to go as low as I am if you want to stop at about 90 degrees.
your mind and that you want this bad, so I'm cool with that. I'm just trying to match your words with your actions. I need more than satisfaction.
All right, once I completed that superset, I moved in to hip thrusts. So again, we're going to go over some form cues before I go into my sets. Here I am set up at the bench. I have that bar just above my thighs. I'm leaning against the bench. Now this bench is a little bit high for me. There's no way to adjust it to lower it. I typically incorporate like a little step underneath my feet just to kind of level out my knees with the bench. But we're working with what we got here. That bench is the only one my gym has. So first thing I do is I lean back on the bench, hook my elbows onto the bench, and then lift up. It is kind of awkward and heavy to do this, especially when you're trying to increase the weight, and especially when the bench feels not at the proper height. But then what you want to do is look forward, but make sure you don't tuck your chin to your chest. You want to leave about a fist between your chest and your chin, just making sure you're not cutting off any breathing. Take nice deep breaths, lower that weight. Your knees are about 90 degrees as your hips are up. Again, shifting that weight into the heels really helps target and emphasize the work that your glutes have to do.
I have some unfortunate news. So my pelvic floor, she hurting right now. I don't know if it's from those hip thrusts. I don't know. So I'm gonna move to one more seated exercise. I'm gonna do leg extensions, and then I'm gonna call it quits on this workout because I'm gonna walk for about 20 minutes on the treadmill and do a little bit of editing. But there is a young gentleman over there, and I'm feeling a little insecure about talking to the camera in front of other people. But we're gonna push through, we're gonna face our fears. Yeah, anyways.
Fun killer.
I let it fall, my heart. Does it feel you rose to claim it? It was dark and I was over until you kissed my lips and you saved me. My hand.
Okay guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Stop, oh my god. My music keeps randomly playing because it thinks my AirPod's in my ear, but it's not. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. A little something new. Probably gonna incorporate a few more of these mic'd up gym sessions to my channel. I think it could be a fun little series where we get to hang out and grow our muscles and get hot together. So if you guys liked it, comment below, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys all in the next video.